So it isn't insisting anything. It isn't us making up stories. This is all about you. You left a bar with a girl that you were having a great time with. It isn't like you had some heated, horrible, violent relationship with this person. This isn't something that has been going on and festering, and we've been to your house with domestics and violent arrests. No, this is, you meet a girl pretty much for the first time, casually, and you meet up with her, and then you go home, and you bring her home to your house. That's what happens. And then you spend 5 minutes in the car together, and then she ends up with a bullet in her head. So just riddle me that. Explain it to me.
I don't know. I just walked up, like there's a car in my driveway with a dead body.
With what?
Dead body.
A dead body?
Yes.
On November 23, 2019, dispatchers got a 911 call from a worried citizen who had just discovered a body in her backyard. The name of the caller was 51-year-old Yvonne Serrano, and she found the body at 5:55 a.m. in the morning. Soon after, the detectives arrived at the crime scene where the body was collected, and they began to look into the previous night and what had unfolded. The body was soon identified, and it was found to be 21-year-old Daniela Tabares Maya. She was last seen in the CCTV footage of a bar called World of Beer with a couple of friends. But one face looked familiar in that footage. It was Yvonne Serrano. The woman who had reported the body with a gunshot to the forehead was the same woman who had been seen with Daniela when she was last seen alive. It was also clearly visible in the footage that Yvonne and Daniela left together after Yvonne signaled to Daniela to head towards the door.
Are they inside the vehicle?
No, they're outside the vehicle.
Okay. Does it look like they shot themselves or what?
I don't know. I just look at it.
And you don't know this person? Do you know who that is?
I know it's a Nissan.
No, but that person, do you know them?
It's a girl.
Yeah, do you know that girl?
I can tell.
The detectives were really curious now, and the question remained as to why Yvonne would lie. Within the first few hours of investigation, the first witness became the suspect, and what she would go on to say in the interrogation would make detectives even more sure that Yvonne knew more than she claimed.
Okay, you did, after we discussed this case earlier at your residence, agree to come here with us to the police station, correct?
I didn't agree, you probably, but that's okay. I'm here.
Well, no, let's not word it that way.
Are you here because you want to be here?
You were put in handcuffs, correct?
Yeah,
you recall you were put in handcuffs?
No.
And you recall that when we were sitting in the kitchen, Detective Young and I in your house, we told you we wanted to ask you some more questions that were investigating the death of Daniela, that you were the last person that we know that's ever alive. We asked if you'd come here and speak with us. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. So while you were at the World of Beer, you were with Austin, as you mentioned, and you saw Rick, and you saw several
Me,
people.
the wife, and everybody else that, in and out of the...
And Daniela Tabares, this is the person who's been identified, right?
Yes.
On your driveway, is deceased. Did you see her there last night?
Yes, she was there. She was at the World of Beers. And, she was with a bunch of women, the husbands and stuff like that. And I was sitting there, and they were talking, and we were talking, and everybody was having a great time, back and forth.
Do you remember what she was wearing? Was it?
Oh, God, no.
No, you don't recall what Daniela was wearing?
No, I didn't pay attention. That wasn't on my...
No, because we're gonna look to spot her on a video there from World of Beer and see who was hanging around there. What were you wearing?
The only thing that I remember with her, because it was her hair. That when you go to the gym, you normally ponytail and stuff like that. So and then she had her hair down, and it's wavy and curly, like with big waves. And that's something I remember.
That's what you remember about her last. Well, the two of you did spend some time speaking with each other. Yes, sir.
No. We were talking on the table. We were here now talking. Everybody was talking, so it wasn't like one-on-one conversation.
But did you speak to her?
Oh yeah, I did.
Do you remember what about?
No, we were making, oh, actually, I did. We were making fun about another girl that was there. When they were talking, you know, all the women were talking about that, and I was like, we were laughing about the conversation.
You were drinking that
Yes,
night alcohol?
no, beer.
Beer.
Well, a lot of people say alcohol is like hard, like right
Okay.
now.
This might be a good time for me to show you a picture, see if you can identify anybody in it.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Do you know who that is? Right there?
That's me.
That's you, okay. That's what I thought. And how about this female kind of behind you? With the
Wavy,
dark
yeah,
wavy
the wavy hair, that might be her.
You think that might be Daniela?
Uh-huh,
Okay.
I think.
Given the state of the crime scene and Yvonne's reactions to reporting the crime, there is no room left for the benefit of the doubt. Someone other than Yvonne could not have killed Daniela. So, detectives start questioning her right away as she has become their prime suspect within a few hours of finding the body. While Yvonne claims that she did not know Daniela very well, almost everyone at the gym says otherwise.
So you, that white tank top is what you were wearing last night? Okay.
Did you, the black tank top you were wearing when we were at your house earlier, I thought you had mentioned that you were wearing that.
No,
No?
I told you.
You told me to wait for it again.
Okay, so maybe one of the patrolmen got it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many beers did you drink?
I give me one, I paid for 2, that's 3, and that's how much I paid for.
Great.
3.
What kind of beer was it?
It's called Lux something Kentucky.
It's an IPA,
No, it's not an IPA. Actually, it's a very smooth beer.
an amber ale.
It's something like that. Yeah. It's like it's not dark beer.
It's not very strong. 4 or 5%, you know, the alcohol content?
I know. I think it was more than that.
More than that. Okay. What type of person are you when it comes to drinking? I mean, you a pretty experienced drinker? You drink on a regular basis, or
No.
are you the type that can't hold her alcohol, so to speak?
No, I think that you know, I can hold my alcohol.
You can.
Yeah.
How often do you drink in a week?
Maybe the weekends. I mean, one day or 2.
You drink?
Yeah, and I have actually have stopped because I wanted to lose weight and I wanted to sweat and I was trying to get in the process of that.
Okay. So last night you had 3 beers. One person bought a beer for you, and then you purchased 2 on your own.
Yeah.
So that's not like an unreasonable amount of alcohol to consume for you.
That's the thing. I don't want to lie to you. It's like, yes, is it? But I don't, you know. I think that's what, maybe before that is the last thing I after, you know, after that, or maybe before that, because I don't know when the picture was taken, I honest to God, I don't remember even walking out, getting in the car, and coming out with it. I don't remember.
From 3 beers, you don't remember shortly thereafter.
I don't know if
The time from that photograph.
Yeah, I don't know if they're shots. I don't know.
You don't know if they're what?
If there were somebody by shots, or I don't remember. But I mean, the picture of somebody is like I was kind of holding something out in.
Or like maybe you were laughing or something, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, see, and I don't.
Did you drink any shots?
No. Well, I don't want to say no, but for what I drink, until I remember, I didn't do shots. I didn't do anything.
You don't remember doing any shots?
Yeah, I don't remember. Nothing.
The detectives asking about the color of Yvonne's top in the CCTV versus at the time when she reported the crime is a crucial piece of evidence that they have brought up early on in the case. As you keep watching, it will be brought up again, just more aggressively. Meanwhile, Yvonne claims that she can hold her liquor, but she forgets that it's fun to brag about how much alcohol you can hold until you're a murderer hoping to tell the cops you blacked out because of drinking in the hopes of escaping some jail time.
What I've got here is a text message from Daniela's phone into Austin.
Okay.
All right? We know for a fact that Daniela drove me home.
Okay.
Okay? Instead,
I mean,
right?
it's obvious she's car is there, and
Okay. Well, it says here, you got an Uber ? Just got in. Okay, I was looking for you, but let me know when you get home. You got it. Where are you? I'm still here, I'm taking Yvonne home. So this is Daniela saying, I'm taking Yvonne home.
Okay.
This is at about 1:25.
Mhm.
Okay? So you understand that, to our knowledge, you are the last person to see Yvonne alive. You understand that, right?
Yes, I understand.
So that's
Danielle.
why I'm to see Yvonne, you're Yvonne.
Yeah.
See, Danielle, that's why I'm stressing the importance of having you here and for you to reach back and remember as much as humanly possible. Okay? Are you aware of the Maplewood community that kind of butts up to your street there? You got that yellow house to your left, the yellow one that they just blacked out the driveway. You're facing your house, you get the yellow house, then you go a little further and there's a gate there, right?
Yes, yes.
Guard gate.
Yeah.
There's a guard gate there. There's a camera in that guard gate.
Okay.
Okay? So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind.
No,
Okay.
I do not deny the fact that the car is in my driveway. I don't deny, it's obviously I don't remember getting into her car. I don't remember, from there the drive or anything. I don't remember getting anything of that. But due to the fact that it's in my house, I assume that I was there.
Okay, so
I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm honest, but I'm telling you, I don't.
you don't remember coming home or having
I don't remember. I don't.
Do you have any way of, with your Ring doorbell, which we discussed earlier, that you delete, but of telling us what is your normal path of going into your home? You've got your side garage door, your large garage door, and your front door. How do you normally go in and out of your home
It depends.
if you do not drive?
I normally get to the garage door, to the side door,
Why do you do that?
because it's faster. It's one shot instead of trying to open two things in the you get the lock and one in the bottom. I'm gonna be honest with you. This morning I think that I was still drunk. Everything was blurry. Everything was the only thing that I remember is seeing her.
Well, how did you go out the front door?
I think.
Did you go out the front door, the garage door, or the side garage door?
Honestly, I cannot tell you what I'm saying.
I don't want you to say you're being honest.
Okay.
Right? Because you've been consistently not been honest.
Okay.
So don't say you're being honest.
Okay.
Okay. So the last thing you remember is talking about getting an Uber.
Yes, and I was at the bar.
Remember holding hands with Danielle?
No.
Really? You don't remember
I don't know.
holding hands, kissing?
No.
You don't remember anything?
No.
Making out?
No.
You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But if you can't remember what happened, then why are you looking at me like that would never happen?
Because I don't remember, and I wouldn't think that would happen.
Why? Why not? You're lonely, she's lonely. Happens all the time. So explain to me why that's so shocking.
Well, it's shocking for me because I don't,
What?
I don't say it that way.
Why?
Because I don't. I mean, it's just, everybody, somebody likes granolas or somebody likes other things. I mean, that's.
Well, what if she's coming on to you?
If I like I said, I don't, if I am in my whole, I would say, I don't swim that way. I'm sorry, and that's it.
But you had a couple drinks. You work out. You're in shape. You're hanging out with her. It's like a date.
See, but it wasn't a date. I mean, she went to the movies. We don't even sit together. I didn't see her at the movies.
So it's a one-night stand.
What? No, you're trying to put like a happy relationship with her or anything. I don't.
You don't remember,
Well, I don't remember,
right? I mean, you might have.
but I don't remember.
I mean, you could have been making out the whole night.
There's a lot of things like, you can tell me that it happened and I would say, I don't remember, I don't know.
Right, but some of it you look at me like I'm crazy, and some of it you look at me with a blank stare. So you remember some stuff.
No, I don't remember anything. I mean, I don't remember, whatever that you're saying.
You don't remember.
I don't remember.
So what I want to know is, what was the relationship with you and her in the car from the time you left the bar to go to the car?
Oh my God,
You holding hands? I mean, there's
No.
video of it.
Well, if the video is there, I was holding hands. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
But if it's in the video, it's in the video. I cannot deny.
Well, I haven't watched that video yet. We're trying to get it all. I'm interested to see what that video shows. Or were you guys fighting from the bar?
No, for what I recall, before, I don't remember. It was a pleasant conversation that we were having, with everybody. I mean,
it looks very clear to me what happened. Doesn't it look very clear to you what happened? You don't think it's clear?
It's clear that, she's dead.
Oh, yeah, that's clear. And it's clear that she got shot in the head, right? With your gun. It's clear. So tell me, when you sit next to somebody that shoots somebody in the head, what is that? What is it? It's not a trick question. It's murder.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, right? So two people come home from a bar together, and one of them gets shot in the head. Tell me, what is that?
It's just what do you say? Murder.
Yeah. So this isn't rocket science.
I understand.
You do. You do? You understand?
Yes, I do.
So you leave with a girl, and she takes you home, and you stay in the car with her for 5 minutes, and she ends up with a bullet in her head, the bullet that came from your gun, and then you go inside and spend 3 hours cleaning up. And then you call us, and then you lie to us for hours.
This detective truly makes Yvonne nervous. Nervous enough that she will suddenly remember carrying a gun with her, even though she's been denying the same so far. For Yvonne, confessing to an accidental shooting is better than admitting to having a romantic relationship with Daniela. Watch as Yvonne starts recalling the night with a fresh perspective.
My timeline, it's completely off of, the evidence that you have. What I remember, like I said, but now you said that it wasn't.
Wait,
In
what?
the car, that I in the car, and I went around and I looked and I called, but that's what I recall. But I don't know at what time and what moment I got out with my purse and walked in and put him where I normally put him. Put him out of the thing and put him in.
So walk me through it. Just tell me. I'm not asking you about the timeline right now. I just want you to walk me through it.
Because we know things weren't normal this morning. Nothing was normal. You didn't follow your normal routine when you went into the house. It wasn't a normal situation.
I walked in, the gun was in my purse, the gun was in a holster. I walked through the door, I think, and I went to the room, and I pulled it out of my purse. I put him there, where on the chair, and that's.
You put the gun on the chair?
Yeah, never thought.
In the holster?
When I pulled it out of the purse, it was in the holster.
Okay.
So it never crossed my mind.
Is it still in the holster?
Yes.
Okay.
It should be in the holster.
Did you take a shower before you called 911?
I haven't taken a shower today.
Okay, so you went in. You went straight to your bedroom first? That's the first place you went?
Yeah.
And
I think
you
so.
opened up your purse,
Pulled the gun.
pulled the gun out.
See if my wallet was there.
What were you doing? Why were you looking for your wallet?
Because normally when I don't recall, if I I don't recall anything, the first thing I look is for my wallet, my purse first, and my wallet to see if it's there or I lost it or what. So
taking inventory kind of thing?
Not inventory. I
make sure you had it.
Yeah.
They're just checking to see.
If I have my driver's license, if I have my credit cards there,
Okay.
the money's still there.
So then what? What'd you do next?
Okay.
Was that your first act when you walked in the house? Was to put the gun in the
No,
bedroom?
No, it was actually, I opened the purse to see it was my money there, and then the gun was there, and I pulled my thing, and I put the other thing where, put my purse, check it out, pull the gun, put them away. 2 things.
You went into
My
your,
wallet and the gun.
you pulled your wallet out of the purse too?
Yeah.
Where'd you put that?
Now it's sitting on the counter.
In your kitchen?
Yeah.
How did it get there? Patrolman asked you for your ID?
Yeah, something like
And
that.
then you went over and got it?
Yeah, I went over and got it.
Okay. So you walked in, you went to the master bedroom, took out your wallet, you took out your gun, then what?
I don't even know what the timeline exactly happened.
The next thing that you did, what was your next activity?
Took my shoes off. Went to pee. Took my shoes off.
The shoes that you were wearing, where are they?
In the bathroom.
The master bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you wash them off in the tub?
No. They're everything is,
They're sandals, right?
So you don't know if you tracked any blood into the house?
No.
Made footprints, blood footprints on the floor, sandals? No?
no,
Okay,
I
so
didn't notice, I didn't see it today, I was nothing.
what'd you do after that? You put the gun away, put the wallet away. You put the purse where? You left it in the
I think
bedroom?
it's, yes, I think it's in the bed.
On the bed?
I think it's in the
Then you
bed.
went into the master bathroom. You used the,
Which is true, because I went to pee.
you took your sandals off, you used the restroom.
Mhm.
Then what?
But all this was
Oh, this was,
like, I want to say, after calling 911, I want to say,
everything you're telling me, you're telling me transpired after you dialed 911, is that what you're telling me?
everything. I assume that, because everything is scrambled.
Yvonne Serrano continues to say that the crime happened when she was blacked out after drinking too much alcohol. She also confessed to having an alcohol addiction. Because of this, she was placed in a rehabilitation center instead of prison. In March 2022, she was kicked out of there as well after her roommates complained that she would insult and intimidate them. She was rearrested for the same charges again. Serrano was arrested and charged with tampering with physical evidence, including deleting footage from her doorbell camera, and murder in the second degree. She was subsequently taken into custody and transported to Broward County Jail. On June 18, 2024, 56-year-old Yvonne Serrano was found guilty on all charges. On August 12, 2024, she was sentenced to life in prison with a mandatory minimum of 25 years. Yvonne Serrano is finally paying her dues for her crimes towards Daniela Tobarez Maya.
Listen to me. Everybody just take a deep breath.
Like, well, since we really didn't do anything.
No. See, but you did. First of all, let's get over that hump right now, okay? That we really didn't do anything because everybody's complicit here. A person died. A person was murdered, okay? We all knew about it. We all planned it. We were all involved in getting it done. So let's hop that hurdle first, okay? Let's man up to the fact that, damn it, this was a pretty heinous crime and we all had something to do with it. Now we got to deal with what will happen to us from that, okay?
Yeah, well, it was like the fact, like, I know I was scared because Mike had a gun and I was
You know what?
scared.
Stop it. Do you think we haven't been listening to everything you guys have been saying in here? Are you that stupid, really?
I know.
And just stop. Because I don't even, lying to me just makes me just, ugh, I hate it.
I wasn't lying.
Oh yeah, you were. You lied about a few things. But anyway, that's what's gonna happen. It is one step at a time. Remember to breathe. That's how we get through stuff like this, okay?
We'd always fight. He'd always hit me and cheat on me and all that.
So he was physically abusive to you?
Yes, Jim. Like, I didn't think anything was gonna happen. I mean, because I never knew Kyle would just get out of nowhere and hit somebody like that.
Have you ever dated Michael?
We've never dated, but we've always had a thing for each other.
Do you know where the bleach came from?
No.
Meet 13-year-old Amber Wright, who devised a deadly plan with 4 other teenagers and manipulated them to take a life. The detectives here had no idea they were about to stumble on a pretty sadistic plot.
And we heard another door just fly open and we just heard gunshot after gunshot after gunshot.
Bam, bam, bam. Mike sitting or land bullets into him.
So you saw Mike Bargo shoot Seth?
Yes, ma'am.
On April 17th, 2011, Seth received an unexpected text message from Amber. What seemed like a simple conversation soon spiraled into a web of deceit and betrayal, which would go so deep that not a single trace of Seth's body remained. But while all the 3 other teenagers were busy covering their tracks, it was 15-year-old Kyle, Amber's very own brother, who revealed something shocking to his mother, Tracy. What he told her left her with no choice but to bring him straight to the police.
I'm Detective Stewart. How are you doing today? Nice to meet you too. Your name is Tracy?
Yes.
And you must be Kyle.
Yes, ma'am.
The first thing I want to ask you is, do you know where Seth's body is right now? Do you know where it's
Well,
at?
he was, Mike was talking about somewhere by Gander Mountain. There's a rock quarry. He that's where it possibly could be, over there by Gander Mountain.
Okay.
I don't know where it's located. I've never heard of it over there.
So you weren't there when that happened?
No, ma'am. I was at work yesterday.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's start back with, tell me the story that you told your mom and start from the beginning, okay?
Okay. A couple days before the incident, probably it was about Friday, somewhere around there.
Maybe Friday.
Seth and a couple kids, they wanted to come out and fight Mike, and Mike wanted to come out there because supposedly he had a warrant out for his arrest or something like that. I don't know the case being.
Seth and a couple other kids, like who's the other?
I really don't know the other kids that was with him. I just know Seth. They were on bikes. They were in front of Charlie's house. And
Charlie, who's house?
Charlie, the girl that's in the room there, that had the green shirt on. Her.
Okay. And
She owns the house, I guess. Or whatever.
okay, so they're out in front of Charlie's house on bikes.
And they kept on calling Amber, my sister's phone, blowing it up and stuff like that. But Mike wanted to go out there and fight, and then a couple days later, Sunday night or whatever, I guess Seth wanted to talk to my sister. I don't know. I was going to sleep or whatever, because I had to go to work the next day. And I really wasn't paying attention. Well, they come back to the house.
Who's they?
My sister, Amber, and Charlie. And up the road or whatever, I don't know. And then I'm still laying down. They come in the house. And about, I guess, like an hour or so later on, Seth come to the house. And I don't like the kid completely because he has put his hands on my sister.
Okay.
Okay? And he come in.
I understand. Now, was your sister, no, I don't know if I got this right. Was she dating Seth at one time and then dating Mike?
No.
Okay, so Mike Bargo is a family friend.
Yeah.
And he has a problem with Seth because of the same thing you do, that he's put his hands
Yes.
on.
But I wasn't going to go out and do that. But he come in and I come out Mike's room and I see him, so I pick up a stick that was in the
Now you came out of Mike's room, so Mike stays with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mike Bargo stays at your house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Charlie's house.
Charlie's
I've
house.
only
He
been there
moved
for
out.
I was
Okay,
only there
okay.
for a week.
Charlie, you, and Mike all live in the same
And
house.
Roach, there's another.
Yeah, Roach.
I don't know his real name. They call him Roach.
Justin Soto.
Justin Soto, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
The people he just mentioned, Amber, the one who you saw before, and Charlie, would soon be questioned, and their story as a whole would add up to the bigger picture, thus revealing to the detective what became of Seth Jackson.
And I hit him over the head with the stick. And
Who'd
I
you
told
hit?
Seth.
Okay.
And he was in the chair, and I got in the kitchen. I said, now get the fuck out the house. And then all of a sudden I hear, bam, 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 Mike sitting there laying bullets into him.
Here, Kyle has revealed the horrors he witnessed, and now we turn to Charlie and Amber's testimonies, the ones who claim to be mere bystanders. This is 18-year-old Charlie Eli and 15-year-old Amber Wright. Both were together in the same room where the horror unfolded. We'll play their interrogations side by side because these two played a major role, and you're about to find out why.
How are you?
Good. About
Good.
to go crazy.
About to go crazy?
Yeah, I can't. Room alone.
Okay. Well, we don't need that. I'm Detective Bill with the Sheriff's Office.
Charlie.
Charlie? What's your last name, Charlie?
Ely.
Understand that we had a deputy bring you down here because of what may have happened with Seth, okay? There's an investigation that we're going to investigate. Are you clear with that? Okay. Why are you here? Okay?
I'm your one, you know.
Explain to me why you're here. And be honest with me. Totally truthful. Hold your head up.
Okay, Sunday night, Sunday night, Amber and I walked up because her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, was Seth, and they wanted to work things out, so we met him up.
This is Sunday night?
Yes, sir. At 58th Court, it was approximately 9:30.
So you met him on the corner?
Yeah,
Okay.
they talked.
What corner did you guys meet him on?
I think it's 58th Court. I want to say that's what it is.
And who all met there?
Me, Amber, and Seth. No one else was around, nothing.
Okay. What happened after that?
They were talking and, they were talking.
So Amber and Seth were talking?
Mhm. Amber wanted me to go along because she was scared. I mean, it was dark and everything. She didn't want to go by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So she went up there. We both went up there, and they wanted to try to work things out. And they were there for about 30, 45 minutes tops. And then he and his mom got in an argument, and he just stormed off. So when he stormed off, we went back to my house. And about an hour later, he came to my house.
So about 30 to 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Much of what she says is going to match with Amber until she makes one small mistake.
Okay, I just need you to tell me the story, and let's start with the other night. I understand that you and Charlie went to another neighborhood or went down the street. Tell me how this all comes about.
Well, me and him were already talking on the phone.
Me and him.
Seth.
Okay, you and Seth. Did Seth call you or did you call Seth?
Well, he had called me a couple days before that, and I didn't answer.
Okay.
So I called him that night.
And you and Seth, and correct me if I'm wrong, okay? You two had a relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
Was he, how was your relationship with him?
Not the best.
Tell me why you say not the best.
We'd always fight. He'd always hit me and cheat on me and all that.
So he was physically abusive to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Who all knew that?
Me, Charlie, my brother.
Okay, so Kyle knew about it. Did Mike know about it?
Possibly.
Was there a lot of people in the neighborhood just that ran around with you guys that knew this?
Yeah.
Because your mom, I understand, knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Seth had called you a few days before.
Mm-hmm.
You called him back, and what day was that? Today's Tuesday.
Yeah. I think it was Sunday night.
Sunday night?
It was the night that this all happened.
Okay, so you called Seth, and what did Seth say?
Well, it started off, I was like, hey, I know you called me the other day and I didn't answer, but you wanted to make up. So do you want to make up or try and be friends or something because I'm sorry for everything? And he was like, yeah, I think that'd be a good idea for the both of us because we're both tired of fighting with each other. But we just wanted to stop the drama.
Okay. So were you guys going to get back together as a couple?
No, we were just going to try and be friends.
Okay.
Because we were friends before we were dated.
Okay.
We were really close.
Okay.
And he was like, well, you should walk down here. And I was like, well, if I walk down there, I'm not walking alone because it's too dark, so can my friend Charlie come?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, sure, I guess.
Where was? Okay, so you guys went down there and talked?
We were talking for maybe not even 30 minutes.
Okay.
And his mom, I guess, texted him. And I was like, who are you texting? I thought we were talking. And he was like, my mom told me either right now or never. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess they started arguing, whatever. And then he looked at me. He's like...
Arguing with his mom through
yes.
Text? Okay.
And I guess he called her or whatever. I didn't want to get in it. And then he was like, look, I'm not in the mood to talk right now. I'm getting out of here for now. I'll see you around. And he walks off.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I guess. So Charlie's like, well, do you want to just walk back down to the house? And I was like, yeah, I guess. So we got back down to her house. We were watching TV. And then an hour later, Seth comes knocking on the door. Charlie answered it and was like, what do you want? And he was like, can I just talk to Amber so we can figure things out?
Did Seth call you before he came down?
No,
there?
ma'am.
So he just showed up an hour later?
Yeah.
They appear to be telling the same story, so it seems like the truth, right? But it's when the detective noticed a slight inconsistency in their stories.
When you came back, did you talk to your brother or Michael about what Seth had said or that you guys had a conversation? Did they know?
No, they didn't know what we talked about.
Okay.
Kyle asked me where I was going, and I just told him, I was like, I'm going to talk to Seth and try and figure things out. That's it.
And how did Kyle feel about that?
Kyle was like, I don't really think you should go down there and talk to him. You know what he's done to you and all this other stuff. And I was like, yeah, but I'm tired of fighting, so I'd rather just squish everything.
Right. So you and Charlie come back to the house.
We were sitting on the couch with
Where was Seth? Oh, I'm sorry. Where was Kyle and Mike when you came back to the house?
Kyle was in the living room.
Okay.
Mike was off in his room like he always is.
Okay.
He never comes out.
So he had no idea you went to see Seth or that you came back from seeing Seth that you're aware of?
I didn't tell him.
Okay. And Kyle's in the living room. What's Kyle doing?
Kyle just sits there and watches TV like he always is.
Okay, so he's just watching TV in the living room. Mike's in the bedroom.
Let's hear the last part again from Charlie.
Mike was in his room.
Where was Kyle at?
He was in the living room.
And Mike was where?
In his room.
This is where sharp observation becomes key. Amber and Charlie claim Kyle was in the living room. But let's revisit Kyle's interrogation, where his account differs.
I come out Mike's room, and I see him, so I pick up a stick that was in the...
Why would he lie about something so seemingly trivial? As the story unfolds, you'll be stunned by how a seemingly minor detail unravels into a horrifying crime with the most disturbing details.
Me and Amber were goofing off and whatnot, and then I hear a knock at the door. It's Seth, and
Seth comes back?
Yeah, he came to my house.
And how long was it when
It
you
was
guys...
about an hour.
So an hour after you guys got
Hour
home?
and a half, yeah.
So after an hour, Seth came back to your house?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened after that?
I let him in, and he sat in the chair.
You let Seth in?
Yes, I let him in because he said he wanted to talk to Amber. So I let him in, not thinking anything was wrong with it. Didn't know that Mike had beef with him or Kyle, but that's later on. And he sat down in my chair, and us girls sat on the sofa. It's a 3-seat sofa.
Okay.
She let him in. He sits in the chair. Me and her sitting by each other on the couch, and out of nowhere, Kyle just gets up and hits him.
Where was Kyle sitting when Seth came in the house?
There's a couch, the kitchen is whenever you first walk in the house,
Okay.
and then it's the living room. The couch was up against this wall,
Okay.
and then here's another couch, and then the chair was right here, so the couch and the chair is here.
Uh-huh.
Seth was here, and Kyle was on this end. Kyle just got up out of nowhere.
What did he say? Did he say anything to Seth?
No, I didn't know that if he, I didn't think anything was gonna happen. I mean, because I never knew Kyle would just get out of nowhere and hit somebody like that.
What did Kyle hit him with?
I don't know what he grabbed.
Do you know where he grabbed it from?
It was on the floor.
Okay.
And as soon as he got up and he went towards Seth and hit him, I looked at Charlie. I was like, run.
From Amber's account, it's clear that Kyle was in the same room as Seth, a detail that Charlie corroborates as well.
Well, Kyle had beef with Seth because he had hit Amber before.
So Kyle already didn't like Seth?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I didn't
Okay.
have a good understanding of that.
Okay.
And he
So
didn't
were they
like...
arguing first before he hit him? He just...
No, Amber and Seth were talking, and Kyle comes out of nowhere and hits him, and me and Amber dart to my room.
Where did he hit him at?
Over the head.
And what happened? Did he fall to the ground?
He looked dead. I didn't really see anything. I mean, he kind of looked woozy, because I looked back, and while me and Amber were running to my room.
And where was
And
he at?
Kyle said, get the fuck out. And he went out that way, and we heard Mike's door hit something, and Mike came out, and we heard gunshots.
Okay.
And we heard another door just fly open, and we just heard gunshot after gunshot after gunshot. And after maybe 5 or 6 times of hearing it, it got quiet. And then you hear Kyle go, what did you just do? And then Mike went in the room and was like, if you say one word of what I did, I will have 2 more bodies.
2 young girls seemingly trapped in a tragic event, blaming the true villain Mike Bargo. All 3 of them confirmed it. They had no part in the crime.
Mike, he was getting all into it. He went in the house. I guess he was snorting some pills or whatever. He was.
What kind of pills was he snorting?
I'm not sure. They were white pills.
Where'd he get them?
There's no telling where he gets any of his stuff. I don't know. He don't tell me nothing about stuff like that, honestly.
Okay. So he's snorting some pills and so on.
And he, he's getting all hired, wired up, hyped up, and everything. And somebody brought up the name Seth, and he's like, man, I want to go on a killing spree tonight. He's like, I just want to. And he's like, you guys down? And I told him no. I told him I don't.
When he said you guys down, who's he talking to?
Like,
you and him.
Me, Amber, Charlie, Roach. Okay.
Who's Roach now?
The guy Justin Soto.
Oh, okay. So okay.
The fourth individual who lives in the same house as Charlie, Kyle, and Mike is 20-year-old Justin Soto, aka Roach. Who is this new person, and how is he connected to this? Slowly and almost effortlessly, Kyle pulls back the curtain, exposing the sinister plot and everyone entangled within it. Charlie and Amber carefully crafted their facade, two girls caught in a tragedy. Their stories align with their innocence, which in itself is very questionable. But then, Kyle drops a bombshell. What he says next will rip apart the illusion, exposing the truth they've been hiding all along.
He was like, man, because he's like, all you gotta do is find him, get him on the way down here, and everything like that. And he didn't want Amber to call him off of the phone or text him. He didn't want nothing to have her or Charlie to have nothing to do with it. Well, Amber decided, and she agreed to it. And I don't know. I went along with it, whatever.
Now the cat's out of the bag. Amber isn't the person she's been pretending to be. When Mike talked about killing Seth, she didn't hesitate to volunteer to lure him into the house. But why? The answer lies in their dating history. Seth broke up with Amber after discovering she was cheating on him with Mike. Unable to handle the rejection, Amber's obsession turned into revenge. Fueled by this anger, she set up a deadly stage, with Mike acting as her puppet.
I didn't think he was gonna do it.
So what did Mike tell Amber to do?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I was on the side of the house. But I come back and she's talking about meeting him up over at Beverly Hills Estates, whatever, and I'm walking him back down to the house. Oh my God, man. And he come, alright. Mm-hmm. Well, Mike was talking about it. He's like, listen, he's like, I'll do it. And believe it or not, Amber wanted it done. Amber don't want nothing to do with him. Amber wanted him dead and gone. He deserved it. He really did.
So there was the talk about you wanted him dead and Mike agreed to do it for you?
This was a while back, but this was in the same day, and I wanted him dead, but I didn't want to do it, and I didn't want nothing to happen over at Charlie's house. I said, you can do it on your own, basically.
How long ago did that conversation take place before Sunday?
Probably about after that fight over in my front yard, in the front of my yard. A couple of days after that.
So you're talking about Friday?
No, this was like like a month or so before this.
So a month or so before this, you and Amber and Mike are talking about killing Seth?
No. Okay. No. I wanted him dead, but I didn't want to do it, and I didn't want nothing to be a part of it. I didn't want nothing.
And Mike said he would do it.
But Mike said he would do it.
So you talked to Mike about it.
He kept on saying, man, I'll take the blame for it. I'll take the blame for everything. I'll do it. I'll do everything. I'll take the blame if the cops ask you, if anything. I'll take the blame. I have nothing to lose. And I was like, I still don't want nothing part of it. And now we're going back on the day that I got off work.
Back on Sunday.
You know, we're going back on that day now.
Okay.
And he's like, all right. I told him, all right, it's whatever, man. I
so he says, I feel like going on a killing spree.
And I told him, it's whatever. And Amber agreed to it. Everybody was agreeing to it.
So did Soto agree?
Huh?
Soto? Roach?
Everybody agreed.
He agreed?
I said, everybody agreed.
Amber agreed?
Mm-hmm. And
Charlie agreed?
Mm-hmm.
Mike said he would do it, and you agreed. So there's 5 people.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mike didn't just carry out the plan. He also devised a disturbingly calculated way to dispose of Seth's body. he stacked tires on it and set it on fire, hoping to mask the smell, a horror almost beyond comprehension. Meanwhile, Kyle's regret becomes evident in the way he avoids looking the detective in the eyes, haunted by the role he played. The interrogation wraps up with the detective piecing together how Mike moved Seth's dismembered remains from the burn barrel to Gander Mountain Quarry. But soon, a critical clue surfaces during the interrogation of James Havens, Amber and Kyle's stepfather. It turns out he had helped Mike dispose of the remains in the waters of Gander Mountain Quarry. With Kyle's confession, everything came to light, and all the perpetrators were brought into the same room. Watch how they react after hearing of their impending doom.
Juvenile and juvenile, correct? Am I right?
Mhm.
You two are under 18 and you're 18. You're all going to be booked with first-degree premeditated murder. You two will go to the Juvenile Assessment Center. You will go to the Marion County Jail. Okay?
For how long?
Take a deep breath. You'll have no bond. You won't be getting out.
How many years?
Oh, honey, this is not... Listen to me. Everybody just take a deep breath.
Like, well, since we really didn't do anything.
No. See, but you did. First of all, let's get over that hump right now, okay? That we really didn't do anything because everybody's complicit here. A person died. A person was murdered, okay? We all knew about it. We all planned it. We were all involved in getting it done. So let's hop that hurdle first, okay? Let's man up to the fact that, damn it, this was a pretty heinous crime and we all had something to do with it. Now we got to deal with what will happen to us from that, okay?
Yeah, well, it was like the fact, like, I know I was scared because Mike had a gun and I was
You know what?
scared.
Stop it. Do you think we haven't been listening to everything you guys have been saying in here? Are you that stupid, really?
I know.
And just stop. Because I don't even, lying to me just makes me just, ugh, I hate it.
I wasn't lying.
Oh yeah, you were. You lied about a few things. But anyway, that's what's gonna happen. It is one step at a time. Remember to breathe. That's how we get through stuff like this, okay? But you know what? I will say, you, sir, I have a lot of admiration for because at least you told the truth. Okay? And you told these guys that anything they say best well be the truth and nothing but the truth, which is a very smart thing to tell them. You guys made some bad decisions. Very bad decisions. And I know, looking at y'all, now that when you look back on those decisions, you can admit they were very bad decisions, okay?
Yes,
But now we're all going to man up to the fact that we made some bad decisions, okay? And we're going to take this one thing at a time. Today you'll be booked, okay? You'll be booked into the jail. You'll be formally charged. However, this is not your guilty phase and sentencing phase. You still have a trial to look forward to and all that good stuff, okay? So when you leave here today, I can't tell you, yeah, well, you're going away 25 to life or something like that. That's not what this is about, okay? We established here today that there was a plan to murder someone. We established who was involved in that plan. We've established that the plan did take place and that we do have somebody that's been murdered. That's what we established today, okay?
What? Did you say, why did you lie?
The shock on their faces when they hear they're going to jail is almost surreal. No remorse, not a trace of guilt. Even now, their only concern is themselves. They were all in on this. Mike Bargo took the lead, but Amber's role was undeniable. Her manipulation wasn't just confined to lies. In the end, she didn't need to pull the trigger. Her web of deceit ensured that others would do it for her. She later helped Charlie scrub the house clean with bleach, erasing every last trace of what they'd done. It's chilling to think how carefully they planned it. And yet, here they are, sitting in the interrogation room, crying as if they're the victims. The nerve of it is almost unbearable. What did they really think was going to happen? But a crucial piece is still missing. Mike Bargo. He's absent from the interrogation room, not because the detectives overlooked him, but because he ensured they'd never get anything out of him. From the outset, he demanded an attorney, shutting down any attempt to question him.
Yo, like, I get these off though, like, they're really killing my wrist.
I'm not gonna have any problems with you in here.
I'm not gonna fight.
You understand each of these rights I have explained to you.
Yes, sir.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to, it says us here, but I'm saying me. Do you wish to talk to me now?
I'd like even one phone call, because I need to get over with somebody. I need to call my lawyer.
You want to talk to a lawyer? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, I'll talk to you, but I don't want to call my dad. I want to call my dad.
Hold on a second. You just said you want to talk to a lawyer. Did you want to talk to a lawyer, or do you want to talk to me? I want to clarify that first.
I want to talk to a lawyer.
Okay. Senator?
Is there any way I can go get some help, though, for this shit?
Yes, sir.
Like, I mean, bad. Like, I'm hurting bad right now.
Okay.
And
The next question I'm going to ask you, are you willing to come back to Marion County with me voluntarily, or do you want to be booked here to Broward County's jail?
I'll come back with you.
I'm sorry.
I'll come with you to Marion County.
Okay. All right.
I got a question on what's going on. I have no idea. What the hell is going on?
I think you clearly know. I can't talk to you about anything.
By demanding an attorney, he played his cards very carefully. After dumping Seth's remains, Mike went on the run. With James Haven's help, detectives eventually tracked him down to his so-called girlfriend's house. Despite his attempts to escape his fate, he was immediately arrested and taken into custody. In 2012, Amber Wright, Kyle Hooper, Mike Bargo, Justin Soto, and Charlie Eli were all charged with murder. Amber, Justin, and Kyle each received life sentences for their roles in the crime. Mike Bargo, the orchestrator of their brutality, was sentenced to death. James Havens, Amber and Kyle's stepfather, was sentenced to 30 years for his role as an accessory to the murder. Charlie Eli, however, received a 9-year sentence. In a surprising turn of events, the prominent lawyer Jose Baez took on her case and managed to get her released from prison in 2020. Since then, Charlie has reinvented herself and is now active on OnlyFans. Seth Jackson was a young man with dreams of joining the UFC and building a better life. Despite the horrific events, he was never abusive towards Amber Wright and was known for his kindness.
So you were deliberately having sex with a guy that you knew he hated just to aggravate him?
I mean, yeah.
I want to kill them. I want to torture them. All of them.
His life was brutally taken in an act of betrayal, but he should be remembered for who he truly was, a victim deserving of justice and remembrance, full of promise and potential.
So, here's the thing.
What's up?
You might as well just get right to it.
This is what I like.
Okay?
Work with me.
Her car was left there, right? We can't find her.
Her car was left there.
Her car was left at Mateo's,
Yeah.
right?
This way.
We can't get a hold of her, we can't find her anymore. Okay? So we went to her house. Okay? Do you know what we found when we got to her house? She's dead.
What do you mean? She's dead? At her house?
At her house.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. When did you find her dead?
Hmm?
You found her dead?
Yes, sir, we did.
Did you find her?
I didn't find her, but I was there.
You were there.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to call me sir. Maybe.
It's a habit, I'm sorry.
I know. We're from the South. I know.
So,
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
I hate to hear that about anybody.
Looks like you have a history of beating women.
Yeah. Yes, so, if you say so.
No, I can read it to you if you want.
I'm good at both.
So say, below is a brief description of the latest act of...
When I said I'm good at do you hear me? I don't want to hear it anymore. You can read it to yourself. You don't have to be a smart guy.
I'm not
King
being smart.
here was polite and talk.
You've been very polite.
Okay, then.
I'm not being not polite.
I don't want to hear your shit, man.
This is 30-year-old Wade Wilson, a man who committed crimes beyond comprehension. On August 7th, 2019, he brutally assaulted a woman in broad daylight. Shockingly, just the night before, he had already taken the lives of 2 innocent women. CCTV footage places him near the scene, And soon after, a 911 call was made by a man named Josh in Cape Coral.
Okay, well, what was involved mentioned? Yeah, he said he stabbed somebody, I guess.
Are you anyone else in danger right now?
I'm sure everybody is around here right now.
In a sudden twist, Wade flees, slipping out of the police's grasp just as they close in.
How you doing? What's going on, man? You're waiting on your girlfriend? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna detain you until I figure out what exactly is going on. Wait, you know I ain't trouble for me because you're on probation, okay? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to have you step out of the car and I'm going to detain you. Not arrest. Detain you right now. Okay? And I can't have any problems. You understand me? Let me see the keys to the car. Let me see the keys to the car. Keys. Keys. Wait, we're not going to have any problems. Just give me the keys to the car. L41, give me a couple more units. Don't go anywhere. Hey. Alpha 8,
Known as the Deadpool killer among TikTok users, Wade had tormented many, especially women, all of whom were his former girlfriends.
It was just like a very toxic relationship, but he was never violent, ever. So I got back in the car and put my seatbelt on, and that's when he started choking me. At some point, he had bit my face.
That's not all, and as the footage continues, you get a chilling glimpse of his cruelty. And this could have been so much worse if his biological father, Steven Testaseca, hadn't called the police when his son confided in him about the crimes he'd committed. It was Steven's morals that helped the police catch Wade from the house he broke into and was taking shelter in.
I've been good to these people. You can tell them that, bro. Then you want to tell me you're going to threaten me on your face? I would slam you one-on-one, pussy boy. Hey. Just relax. And you know I would. You college graduated. Wait. Just do a little twist there.
From there, he was brought straight to the interrogation room, where he's seen casually flirting with the detective.
You're Wade Stephen Williamson, right? Wilson? I'm sorry.
Wilson.
520 and 94?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm Detective Bell. Okay? We met briefly.
Kind of good at you. Not that great, actually.
Yeah.
But you're not that bad.
All right. Whose house were you in?
I don't know.
Okay.
Fuck right now.
Okay, how did you get in the house?
Just through the back, it was open.
Okay.
Just walked right in.
All right, so you didn't have permission to be in that home?
Not as far as I know.
Okay.
You know, what am I here for? How about you give me something and I'll give you something? Tell me what I'm here for. Tell me what you're thinking. Am I charged for something? Are you questioning me for something?
Well, there was a disturbance between...
This would be a good start. You know?
Right, there's a disturbance between you and your girlfriend today, right? This morning.
Are you saying right or are you telling me?
I'm asking you.
You gotta phrase this in the right way. No?
Well, I'm asking.
If you're telling me that's the one I'm here for, then go in with what you're telling me. But I'm not answering these type of questions. I'm just curious why I'm here.
Okay, so Fort Myers Police Department says that you had a disturbance with your girlfriend today. And an officer made contact with you outside of Joe's Crab Shack. And that encounter didn't go very well and you left.
He's a jerk.
Okay.
He wasn't very nice. He need to train better.
Okay.
Maybe people stick around.
All right. So there was a little, I don't know exactly what went on between the two of you, but you two met and you left.
Yeah.
Okay. And you left in a black Honda that did not belong to you.
Yeah, he made me leave.
He made you leave? Mm-hmm. He told you to leave? Or?
He was going to tase me.
Oh, well, that make me leave.
He was just being real trigger.
After this, Wade demanded to meet his girlfriend Melissa, known to many as Mila. She had agreed and asked him to come to the parking lot near her spa. But beneath this seemingly ordinary meeting, something dark was brewing. The day before, a terrible incident had unfolded between them, one that you'll now hear about directly from her.
All right, Melissa, how are you? I'm Alex Mino. All right, I'm a detective with Cape Coral Police. I'm gonna have a lot of questions.
I'm used to it. Okay.
How do you know Wade? How long have you known Wade?
Boyfriend, 6 months.
Boyfriend, 6 months.
He's been in jail, incarcerated 3.5 of those.
Here in Lee County?
He beat me up and I put him in jail here, and then I didn't want to go through the court, so I dropped the charges, but he had a charge on West Palm for 2nd-degree felony stolen property.
So he had a warrant out for that arrest?
He didn't have a warrant, but his bond was revoked when he had picked up a charge here. Okay. So when his bond was revoked, I'm sorry, it's still hard to talk. When his bond was revoked, he went to West Palm. He served his time. He served, went to court, got time served plus probation. When he got out of there, he had another bond in Key Marathon, so they took him to Key West jail. So I let him stay there, and I stayed with him those nights before last night, because I kind of wanted to see how he would act. I didn't know if he would hit me again. You know, I didn't know if it was jail talk or whatever, or if he missed me. Things started falling apart kind of quick. He never like hit me, but I already saw that he was like already like wanting to do bad things. He wanted to do drugs and wanted to sell drugs and like just different stuff. So
Wade was still on probation when he had committed these crimes. Released on bond just 5 days earlier, he quickly spiraled back into destructive behavior, including using drugs like Molly.
He doesn't know anybody in this town. Like, he just gets drugs like that. So yeah, he did Molly, and I think he got on coke once. And then last night we went to Buddha.
What time did you get to Buddha?
Roughly 11-ish, and I think we left around 2-ish. I'm not really sure about these times.
Oh. So you went to Buddha last night?
And then he wanted to go to like this house, like a drug house. Like, I didn't feel safe, I didn't feel comfortable. So he can't even, I drive a Hellcat, it's like a heavy stick shift, and he can't drive a stick shift. So somehow he got somebody to drive my car, and my girlfriend Amy saw me like walking around the parking lot like aimlessly. She's like, I was like, I got left by my boyfriend, so she let me in her car, and then I slept on the couch in her house. He was blowing up my phone all night long. I didn't know because I was sleeping. And then in the morning...
This was last night?
And in the morning I answer, and I could tell he's on drugs because he's calling me everything. You fucking lying, or like, you know, all these things. I can already tell something's up. He doesn't usually treat me this way. And so I said, meet me at the spa, and then so I told Amy, because he's hit me before, I said, please don't leave me. I don't think he'll hit me in front of you. Let me get my keys to the Hellcat, because he drove off. He told me he was in a different car. The Hellcat ran out of gas somewhere. So I said, okay, let me come get the keys, and then I told Amy, let me get the keys and you drive me to my Hellcat as soon as we figure out where it is. And then he instantly, I tried to be sweet to him. I walked up to the window. She parked behind him, and I tried to like, kind of like
at the spa,
in the spa parking lot. And then I could tell he was getting like agitated, and he just said, get in the car. And so I just got scared and said no. And as soon as he noticed that I wasn't gonna get in the car, he grabbed me and forced me up against the window, and then holding me, and I started screaming for Amy. And Amy tells me later she was afraid she was starting to get hit yet, so she didn't interfere at all. So as soon as he grabs me, I start to kind of get away, and my clothes start coming off. So like I'm pretty much like all visible, and then he starts noticing that he's losing grip, I think, like the threads or whatever. So then he opens the car door, forgets to put the car in park.
This is the Hellcat?
No, this is the Hellcat. The Hellcat ran out of gas.
The previous night, on August 6th, Wade abandoned Melissa and took off with her Hellcat, despite not knowing how to drive it. He had put someone else behind the wheel, but by the next morning, he showed up driving a Nissan, a car that, surprisingly, belonged to a woman from Cape Coral who had reported the same to be missing that very morning.
Once he saw that fabric was slipping, he opens the car door, gets out of the car, but he forgets to put the car in park, so he tackles me to the ground, and the car's almost trying to run over us. So I'm trying to get out of the way of the car. He's got me all up and down on the pavement, and just threatening to kill me, threatening to get in the car, saying he's already going to kill me. I'm just struggling my best to not get in the car, because the last bad incident, he had me hands tied behind my back, choking me, beating me, raping me for like 6 hours. So I knew once I got in the car, I might not see anything again. So then eventually I start making my way up to the spa, because I think it's safer to be in the spa than the car. So Amy keeps yelling at me not to go to the spa, because she thinks as soon as I get in the spa that's when it's really gonna go. So I keep holding onto the railing. He eventually drags me up, and then he punches me as hard as he can right here, like in the face. And somehow when he punched like that, I was able to kind of like maneuver around the back and run, like, and then run to like the neighboring business. And that's how I got away. And then he jumped in the car and left.
It's chilling to hear Melissa say she knew that if she had gotten into the car, she wouldn't make it out alive. But why did she believe this? Has Wade killed anyone before? The answer lies in her next revelation.
See, this is him calling all night, but that's not what he's calling. Maybe this Shepherd Barber is him too, because that's the girl. Somebody said he killed this girl, Christine Melton.
Who said he killed her?
I'll show you the messages.
That's not it. When Melissa finally found her Hellcat, which was parked near McGregor Road, she discovered a pair of women's sandals.
When I picked up my car this morning, there was shoes that are not mine, that are females in the car.
When what? I'm sorry?
When I finally found my car, there are 2 women's shoes in my car that are not mine.
You said that, or someone told me that someone messaged you and said that she was dead?
I'll show you. It's his ex-girlfriend.
Who's his ex-girlfriend?
Kelly, I don't know her last name. Kelly something. See, I don't know. She's being very vague.
Oh, okay.
She kind of gets down into it.
Now let's go back to the 911 call that was made by Josh Mateo, who was a friend of Wade. He reported a stabbing to the police, the perpetrator of which was none other than Mr. Wade Stephen Wilson. It was Wade's ex-girlfriend who informed Melissa that he had allegedly killed someone named Christine Melton, and she had heard it directly from Josh. But are these mere accusations, or the truth of a man who is far away from the depths of humanity? Let's hear from the man himself.
Fort Myers has their own charges on you, is my understanding.
Do they?
That's my understanding.
For what?
For the battery on your girlfriend.
Great.
That's my understanding.
Great.
I don't know, because I don't work for Fort Myers.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just putting pieces together as this day goes on. All right?
Yeah. Which jail am I going to?
Oh, they always go to Lee County.
Lee County?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I just want to go to sleep. I'm so tired, it's late.
Me too.
No.
Me too. Me too. So that's what we're here to figure out the rest of what's going on. So that car that you were in that was left at, what's the name of that guy, Mateo?
Mateo.
At Mateo's business. Who did that car belong to?
Some chick I had met that she let me use it.
Okay, where'd you meet that chick?
At the bar.
At what bar?
Buddha.
At the Buddha, okay. When did you meet her at the Buddha?
I don't know, I can't remember. A day ago, 2 days ago. It's kind of merged together now.
So
I had a rough last, apparently I do on that from what you.
Well,
since you're my friend and we know we do together.
Well, I don't know that, but I was told that you had done some coke last night.
That's an issue. Don't do that. Don't be like that.
Okay.
It's never good.
Deal. That's fair.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Okay, cool.
I just wanted to make sure that if I'm told somebody.
If I do blow, it's my business anyways.
So you met this female. Do you remember her name?
Not at all.
No. Okay.
No, I don't. Vaguely knew her. Vaguely spent time with her. Don't know her. Don't know where she's at. Don't know where she's going. And don't really care. Okay. Not my friend. Not an acquaintance. Don't even know her name.
Okay. So you didn't even get her first name?
No.
The woman mentioned here is 35-year-old Christine Melton. She was one of the women who were reported missing, and Wade seems to know a lot more than he's telling, given the fact that they both happened to be in the car together while Wade was driving.
Did you meet her at the bar? You said the Buddha, right? I'm sorry. You met her at the Buddha, like towards the end of the night, beginning of the night?
In between, maybe. I don't even know when we got there, to be honest with you, so I don't want to be dishonest with you.
Okay.
I'm not certain. Maybe towards the end, in the middle.
Okay. Were you at the Buddha alone?
I was with my girlfriend.
You were with your girlfriend?
Mm-hmm. Okay. She was there initially. We went together.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then at some point you guys split up at the bar?
We did.
Okay. Did something happen? Did you guys get into it?
No, no, we did not.
No.
She had something else to do.
So she left?
As far as I know.
Okay.
Sure.
So she...
I don't know what she did.
Okay, but she wasn't at the bar anymore?
I didn't, I left first.
You did?
I believe, as far as I know. We separated and then I didn't see, so I think I left first. She might have left first, but again, I don't know if she stayed, left, whatever. Okay. I didn't see her. So, whatever she wanted to do.
And how did you leave?
I left in our car.
Our car being?
We have a Dodge Hellcat.
Okay.
She was my fiance, but she's whatever, no. But yeah, I left in my car.
You left in our car. Okay. All right. And then?
I wasn't driving, not this time.
I didn't ask. But so who was driving then?
Some dude that we met.
We being you and your girlfriend? Or you and who else?
Everybody there. I don't know. Me, I guess maybe my girl met him. I don't really know. There was a lot of people.
Was it busy? Was it Saturday night? Was it Saturday night?
I mean, it's
Sunday night.
It's Buddha sucks. It's like.
What's your girlfriend's name again?
Mila.
Mila. Just
yeah,
so
M-I-L-A. Yeah.
So I get names right. So.
Okay.
You and do you know the guy's name that was leaving in the car?
No, I'm bad. So bad with names.
Okay. You just let some stranger drive your car?
Only when I'm in the car. I can't drive 6 shifts and I don't have a license either.
Okay.
So I shouldn't be driving, should I?
Probably not. No.
And I can't drive a 6 shift, like I said.
Okay. All right. So where did you and this guy go in the car? In this.
To his house.
To his house. Do you remember where he lived?
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. Was it in Fort Myers, Cape Coral?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. At what point, how do you get in that black Honda? Do you meet up with that girl and get that Honda?
We all spent time together.
So she was with you at this guy's house too?
We all were.
Okay. So did she ride with you in the...
Sure.
Did you say it's a Hellcat?
Yeah.
Okay. So she...
We all went.
What's a Hellcat?
It's like a Challenger Charger.
It's a Dodge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dodge.
I don't know cars very well, but...
And then basically just what happened is my car ran out of gas.
Okay.
And I had things to do. Again, my business, nothing illegal, so I don't have to talk about it. I didn't really want to hang out with everybody anymore. And I kind of wanted my car out of the road because it was parked right on the side.
Okay.
And it's out of gas. It's a $108,000 car. I don't want to leave it.
So all right.
Yeah. She let me use her car. I left. Did my own shit. And she let me. Thanks for the car, Cool.
Did you get her phone number? How are you supposed to return it if you don't know her?
I did have her phone number because I used her phone to call my girl's phone, and I was going to meet my girl. So the number would have been on there.
Okay.
For sure. Definitely.
All right. And so you gave her back her phone before you left her?
I don't know. I just used her phone.
Oh, you just asked to borrow her phone?
I didn't take her phone. Yeah, I said, hey man, use a call. Make a call.
Okay.
I just called my chick.
Wade's story contradicts with Melissa's version, and with a hint of constant fidgeting, he is seen to be masking his nervousness. That night, he left with Christine and his drug supplier, abandoning Melissa because she opposed the plan. His claim of using Christine's car and phone is a part of an even darker scheme. But like all criminals, Wade also confessed this scheme to someone.
I got Josh.
Yeah.
And I got your father saying that you told all three of them that you killed somebody tonight.
My dad said it?
Yeah.
I didn't tell my dad that. They all just do this to me, honestly. It's nothing new. It's really not. They've done this to me before. Do whatever you gotta do. I'll show you where they got this. Do your little search, check it out. You'll find out I have no piece of it, so your dilemma will be no dilemma. It should be, you have a dilemma. You'll figure it out.
Now, my understanding is in that house, I wasn't there, so I don't know yet, but in that house where they found you, that you have some clothes in there with blood on them.
In the house where I was at?
Yes, the house where they got you at tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. How did that blood get on your clothes?
I'm not sure.
Is it your blood?
I don't know.
Okay.
That I'm not sure about.
Okay. Did you get into any accidents tonight other than what's on your hands? Is there any place where you're bleeding
Listen,
from?
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Please.
You can test the blood or whatever. It's not hers. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay.
Okay.
And probably is blood, because with the whole Mila situation I blew up today, I saw cops everywhere. I jumped a couple fences, cut my hands. When I saw Josh, it was because I jumped over a razor wire fence.
Okay.
And I slit my hands open and I was bleeding.
So you were doing push-ups?
I didn't fucking kill anybody. Yeah. No, these are from push-ups.
Oh, okay.
A week ago. But I cut my hands on the barbed wire.
Okay.
And I just was bleeding. Not because I did anything wrong, man.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
That's why I'm asking you.
We'll piece it together.
So far, Wade has had time to play around and carefully choose his words. But watch closely as his demeanor and his voice shift when a male detective enters the room. He begins to feel threatened and intimidated under a male presence, and the mask he's worn starts to crumble.
Detective Bell is just taking care of something real quick. We are doing a DNA warrant, so a forensic tech will be here shortly just to get some photographs and stuff. No big deal.
Okay, cool. No big deal.
What time did you say you left her house with her car?
No idea, man.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Light out, dark out, sun up, sun down,
She
moon
already
up?
asked me that.
I'm
I
sorry?
told her, she already asked me that question. I told her it was fairly dark out.
Okay, dark.
Yeah, she already asked me that question.
Fine.
I don't want to reiterate things. I'm
That's fine.
tired. Not to be, rude.
I mean, we're good. Oh, did she tell you the charges?
She did not. I asked her when I first got here. She didn't tell me. Battery, I think she said or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's the Fort Myers charges, right? Burglary to the residence, obviously here in the Cape, the theft of that stuff there.
Nice.
Makes sense. I think there's theft of a firearm.
No, there should not be.
Toke place.
How? Just because you said one's missing? I didn't take a firearm.
I said it was there before you sat there, and then it was gone after you
I
left.
don't have a firearm. They didn't find one, so they can't be charged with that.
Look,
They didn't find one on me.
Can
Firearm.
be charged with
If
it.
I say you took a firearm, you can't be charged with taking a firearm. Okay, whatever.
I mean,
Whatever, sure, I'll be it.
yeah, not a big deal.
Throw it on. Whatever you want to do.
And then as soon as we're done typing up the other charge, obviously the most important one,
What is it?
manslaughter.
It's at this exact moment that reality hits Wade. His fate is about to be sealed in prison. Let's see how he reacts.
Manslaughter. Okay, prove it. It's not a big deal. Try as you may.
That one won't believe she's charging today, but it'll be down the chute just a couple days.
Oh, that's terrific. You're great.
Looks like you have a history of beating women.
Yeah. Guess so, if you say so.
Well, I can read it to you if you want.
I'm good. Oh.
To say below is a brief description of the latest act of.
When I said I'm good at do you hear me? I don't want to hear it anymore. You can read it to yourself. You don't have to be a smart guy.
I'm not
I came
being
in here
smart.
and was polite and talked.
You've been very polite.
Okay, then.
I'm not being not
I
polite.
don't want to hear your shit, man.
We're waiting for the what?
If you say you want to hear it and I say no, then I don't want to hear it, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, read it to yourself, man. Be a man, don't act like a child.
Well, I mean, being a man is not being women.
Just be a man. Just be a man. Don't act like a child.
I'm not sure what that means.
I know, so just read it to yourself then.
He is slowly showing his anger and is agitated now because he knows he's doomed.
The shoes aren't yours then either, right?
All this shit, man. I'm just bullshit. But if you want me to change, I can. All this is mine.
Well, you just. Well, I'm confused now.
I'm a liar, though, right?
Are you lying that you didn't
Listen,
get it,
listen.
or are you?
I'm gonna tell you like
trying
this.
to figure out the
Suck my Cracker. How about that? I'll see you in trial. Suck my dick, bitch.
The items you're wearing, they belong to you or they don't?
They do.
Well, before you said they didn't.
I'm a liar, right?
I never said you were lying, did
I
I?
do.
I'm asking you about the clothes. I've never said you were a liar.
These are my clothes. Suck my dick. Go ahead, say one more comment. You're that typical, atypical, intelligent man. Go ahead, say one more comment because you are a little. You have to say one more. Go ahead. I'll take you to trial, and I'll be proven. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
I wasn't going to say
anything.
anything.
Away. Nothing?
No.
Incredible.
Why would I say anything?
I don't know. I usually would. Go ahead. One more.
One more why? I'm trying to figure out what you want me to say. Trying to figure out the clothes.
Whatever you want to fill your mouth with, whatever you want to fill your mouth with. Go do your job.
I can see the temper.
Sure, do your job, buddy.
You have one,
don't you? Doesn't flare me up.
No, clearly you have a temper. There's no...
Sure. With your bodyguards, you can say whatever you want.
It's not a matter of saying whatever I want.
Yeah,
they're here
with
to
your bodyguards, you can say
everybody
whatever you want. Yeah.
So,
you should.
Are you angry enough to... You're saying you're angry enough to do something if they weren't here? You get angry that easily?
To you, sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I do.
So you do have a temper?
Don't prove it.
So these... I'm just curious.
Just go prove it, bud.
These reports...
Prove whatever you want.
Where you beat women...
Go prove whatever you want.
True or not true?
Not true. Prove whatever you want.
Okay. That's fair. Thank you. You've been very helpful.
The interrogation wraps up here, but one crucial detail didn't emerge until much later. Among the two women reported missing, one was Christine, whose body was found, and the other was 43-year-old Diane Ruiz, a mother of two. It remains unclear when Diane was murdered. Did Wade kill her before or after meeting Melissa? What is known is that Diane met a tragic end. Wade had approached her under the pretense of asking for directions, and when she got into the car, he choked her. While disposing of her body, he realized she was still alive. In a horrific act, he placed her on the road and ran her over multiple times until only her remains were left. Her purse was later discovered on a nearby road through which she was identified. This is the kind of man who is defended by many women across all social media platforms. Wade's trial began on June 1st, 2024, and concluded with a guilty verdict on June 12th. He was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz, as well as grand theft of a motor vehicle and several counts of petty theft. In total, he faced 6 charges and was ultimately sentenced to death. Christine and Diane were vibrant women with normal lives. Christine worked as a waitress, cherished by her community as a precious soul. Diane was a single mother of 2. Imagine her children waiting for her to come home from work, only to learn that their mother would never return. Their tragic deaths left behind shattered families and a grieving community.
So a couple things are obviously going to be dealt with. And here's, I'll just tell you our job. When I see your phone records and I see her phone records, I suspect that I'm going to see some travel together. I think there's a good chance of that. I think it's going to prove that you're not telling the truth right by yourself, and then we're going to have to do this all over again. I'm a little late to this case to know why the ain't in your truck and completely cleaning your truck out. When we have the Washington State Crime Lab out searching your truck in about an hour, believe me, I've had cases where people have hosed their truck out, scrubbed with, God, they've used stone masonry cleaner in their truck, and this crime lab still found blood. Because guys don't get where they should really clean. So all these things are happening today.
So I went through my charts. You didn't pass your test today. Okay. This is what my computer algorithms tell me. Okay. What does this mean? That means probable deception indicated, meaning that there's indications that you've not been truthful with us. Okay.
This is David Haggard, and he just failed a polygraph test while being a suspect in the disappearance of his half-sister, Jamie Haggard.
You know, if you're caught in a lie, you're caught in a lie. You can't backtrack from that way of lie. They're gonna suspect you.
They suspect me already. My dad does.
Well, So I don't know the dynamics there in that family. Sounds like you got some issues.
Even though both detectives and his family suspected David, he kept giving different stories to deny any involvement.
I haven't done anything to my sister. I don't know where she's at. If I did, I would tell you. Bottom line. My life is pretty f***ed up, and that's why I didn't want to take this test to begin with. But other than that, I wouldn't hurt my sister. I'm not even gonna go through this, man. I have nothing to do with my sister. Nothing to do with her disappearing whatsoever, man. I love her to death.
However, detectives would soon find out if David was a pathological liar or a smart suspect who could be nearly impossible to catch. Jamie Haggard, a 27-year-old mother of twins, disappeared on June 9th, 2016. It had been a month, and there was no new information on her whereabouts. And it was becoming quite grim with the realization that the missing case might just turn into something more sinister. To find answers, Jamie's half-brother and the person you just saw in the clip, 48-year-old David Haggard, was brought in for a polygraph test, and it didn't go well. But that's not all. Behind that fake demeanor actually lies a pathological liar and a disgusting individual. This whole story started with Jamie's disappearance in June. At the time, Jamie was living with David and her boyfriend, Jason. On the morning of June 9th, 2016, when David returned home after spending the night outside, Jamie was gone. But he wasn't worried as their sister, Stephanie Haggard, had received a text message from Jamie the night before. In short, Jamie told Stephanie that her life was getting messed up and she needed some space to heal herself. This made sense at the moment. However, what made the police suspicious is that Jamie and Stephanie were not on good terms. And that message was something which Jamie would have never sent to Stephanie. Obviously, these were just some suspicions, but slowly days were passing by without any information on Jamie. So police wanted to track down the people who were closest to Jamie. And yes, the first person that automatically became a suspect was Jamie's boyfriend, Jason. However, Jason was already behind bars for some unrelated drug incident during the time of her disappearance. So the only person that was left for the police to focus on was Jamie's half-brother, David Haggard. David was brought in for an interview after he gave the polygraph test. The results were negative, and as such, the suspicions on him grew thicker.
Obviously, the police are out here digging into this thing. We're doing everything we can to get your sister found. You haven't conclusively passed your test. That's a concern to us.
That was a concern of mine to begin with, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and why was it such a big concern to you?
So I told you I already felt guilty. I carry the guilt. It's dreaming that I'm guilty, whatever happened to her is my fault and whatnot. So,
Okay. Well, these questions, that's specifically why I didn't ask you, are you responsible for her disappearance? Because you told me that you felt responsible for it. I didn't go that route, okay?
Yeah, but you also said that this
I asked very specific questions. Do you know where she's currently located? Have you lied to the police regarding her disappearance?
Right.
Well, that's not what your body's telling us. Your body's telling us something completely different, okay? And so what we have to do is rely on what we're seeing here, what your body's providing to us. A mouth can say one thing, the body tells the truth, and that's the way that I look at this.
Right.
So I feel very comfortably that there's more to the story. There's something that you're concerned about that you're not disclosing at this point. And we're here to try to get this thing resolved, obviously. Okay, you're down here for a reason. There's been some suspicious things that have gone on, since her disappearance. I think that there's a lot more to it that you're holding back on at this point, but this isn't the time to do that. This is the time to deal with it. Let's get your sister back. Let's move forward with this investigation.
Let's bring her home,
According to the polygraph test, David failed to answer the most simple questions honestly. However, just with a polygraph test, it was not possible to put David under arrest. At this point, he's just in an interview and not an interrogation. So even though he seems like a suspect, the detectives cannot put him under too much pressure to get answers.
Like I said, if I was given a test about Jamie's disappearance, having no involvement whatsoever, I would completely pass the test.
You don't even know Jamie, so you would have passed. Just like the Green River Killer guy. They asked him the wrong questions or some shit. He just because they didn't know any of the victims. That's why he passed his first test.
Don't believe what you see in the
Yeah.
paper about the
I'm not going to go through this with you guys. I didn't do anything to my sister. I haven't done anything to my sister. I don't know where she's at. If I did, I would tell you. Bottom line. Bottom line. My life is pretty fucked up, and that's why I didn't want to take this test to begin with. But other than that, I wouldn't hurt my sister. I wouldn't hurt her. I wouldn't hurt her or my fucking children. You can ask any of my family history. I got a lot of family. You can ask them all about me.
Plenty of men tell me that they wouldn't hurt somebody and they didn't, but they ended up being involved in disposing of a body.
I didn't dispose no bodies either, sir. I'm not that way.
What were you doing burning all that stuff out in your yard for the last couple of weeks?
We've been burning freaking.
I'm not accusing you. Just tell me what it was. What were you burning?
The mulch and shit. There's all kinds of shit around the property. We've been burning trash, all kinds of crap. There's all kinds of crap in that house. We've been trying to. Me and Carly have been trying to get our leg up. So we were just trying to. I mean, Jason, we thought we were going to be gone. We thought Jason was going to be gone for a minute. So we were going to freaking try to get in with the owner. That was it.
Yeah. And what was reburied in the hole? Anything? Garbage? Anything?
There's garbage. There's all kinds of shit. There's that whole property can be buried. There's axles. There's all kinds of shit in the property. You had that stupid ass pump. I mean, not pump, but a pond that he was going to put in. It was dumb.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wants a fucking pond. And it didn't just get buried or covered up in one night. It's fucking over a duration of time.
Okay.
A bunch of garbage burned in that hole. I mean, it's a bunch of wood. Yeah.
When detectives checked the house where David and Jamie used to live, they found numerous holes in the yard, out of which some were filled up again. So the police started having this suspicion that Jamie, who was supposedly missing, might actually be a victim of murder. So even though it is an interview, the detectives tried to bring forward some indirect warnings.
If she's found, and if she's found fairly quickly, and she's deceased, the medical examiner will absolutely be able to tell us how she died. Still, whether it was an overdose or violence or whatever, whether she's found in your backyard or whether she's found buried out in Big Fin Hill Park or in Lake Washington, if she's found quickly, we'll be able to say it. And I'll say it, man. Her lifestyle absolutely leads to the suspicion that she fucking OD'd and people freaked out and didn't know what to do. And yes, that can be family members. Yes, that can cause a failure of a polygraph or a non-passing of a polygraph rather. Yeah, but I don't know I don't know her, but I know men in your position that have been under suspicion due to circumstances, and they've denied, and then, but in the end, the truth comes out, one way or the other. And
I haven't done anything, so.
You know, let's just face the legal side of this thing. What's the crime of disposing of a woman that ODs?
I have no idea.
It's fucking gross misdemeanors.
I have no idea, sir.
So I'm telling you that because I don't want you or anybody else overly freaked out about an OD death and guys panicked and got rid of the body. Because it's a fucking gross misdemeanor at worst, if anybody even gets charged. So I just want to make sure that's clear. We're not investigating some felony crime if in fact she just died through her lifestyle, OD'd, she's got a history of that clearly.
You guys keep saying she's dead. You guys know something that I don't know? Like, I don't even know that she's dead.
Well, we do know a lot of things about her behaviors and issues that lead us to believe that she's no longer with us. I hope the hell she calls her mother right now. Says, Mom, I have been out. I've been in rehab. Of course, that's not true either, because she's well past the blackout periods of being rehab. So in my gut, I believe that she's dead, either by someone else's hand or she's OD. And now it's a recovery. In fact, that's why we're all out at your house today. We're not convinced she's out there. Sure as hell we're going to check it. We're going to be checking it with heavy equipment. We're going to be doing it with the cadaver dogs. We're going to be covering that base today, 100%. And if she is found out there, somebody's got some explaining to do.
Whether Jamie is dead or not is a mystery right now. But as David's answers are not satisfactory to the detectives, they're trying to come at him from different angles and observe his reactions. As we saw just now, the detectives try and make David feel like they're sympathizing with him so that he thinks he's not being misunderstood. By doing so, they hope that David will let down his guard. The person in question is David's sister, so the emotional way might just be the right way to bring out the truth. But will it be enough?
Dave, for example, 6 months, let's say her body is found 6 months from now, and the medical examiner can't determine her cause of death right away. They ultimately will, but... And then 6 months from now, you say, okay, well, back in July, I was scared to admit that she died of an OD. It's going to be very tough to prove it was an OD at that point. If she died from some reason, or, you know, any other cause that happened around that home and somebody panicked and got rid of her, then put it out there. Let's get her back home, let the medical examiner look at her.
I have nothing to do with any disappearance or anything that has happened to my sister. None.
Then you should have passed this polygraph.
I should have passed this.
Guilty knowledge, or excuse me, guilty feelings about lifestyles doesn't affect polygraph. It's a black and white issue.
No, it isn't. Bullshit.
Just, hey, it is, man. We've been doing this for years. Just what was a specific question?
You'd be able to bring it in the court of law if it was. No, it's not. I'm not even going to go through this, man. I have nothing to do with my sister. Nothing to do with her disappearing whatsoever, man. I love her to death.
Where the fuck is she?
I don't know where she's at. I don't know where she's at. I don't know what the last 6 months of lifestyle she's taking on with all these brown people. I don't know the Mexicans that she's been hanging out with. I don't know any of that shit. The last 2 months, I fucking cut her off pretty much.
Is there a purse at your house?
No.
Is there a phone at your house?
No. No, the cops know that I'm on her voicemail because I had her phone when the cops, to call the cops on Jason. When they arrested Jason. The big officer who was there today, he even knows. He told my dad that. You know, he had her phone. I was walking around with her phone for like 2 hours. Mm-hmm. She had no voicemail, so I put one on there for me. I mean, on there for her.
David is losing his patience very fast. It looks like he's trying to protect himself, but there's no way that the detectives can prove that he's lying. And moreover, as this is not an interrogation, the detectives have to calmly work it out. So the only possible step that they can take right now is to make it clear to David that if he's lying, he will be caught. And to that, they have to start at the very basic level.
I guess we'll find that out when we get the phone records today.
Yeah, well, you will. You'll find that out. She's gone all for night. She didn't come in until the next morning.
So a couple things are obviously going to be dealt with. And here's, I'll just tell you our job. When I see your phone records and I see her phone records, I suspect that I'm going to see some travel together. I think there's a good chance of that. I think it's going to prove that you're not telling the truth right by yourself, and then we're going to have to do this all over again. I'm a little late to this case to know why the ain't in your truck and completely cleaning your truck out. When we have the Washington State Crime Lab out searching your truck in about an hour, believe me, I've had cases where people have hosed their truck out, scrubbed with, God, they've used stone masonry cleaner in their truck, and this crime lab still found blood. Because guys don't get where they should have been cleaned. So all these things are happening today because we can't figure out what to do with you. So prove them right or prove them wrong. That's our job, isn't it? That's what you pay us for. And by God, we're going to do it on this case. I don't care what her lifestyle is like. Nobody has a right to be disposed of improperly or killed in a fight and then dumped up in Eastern Monroe or wherever the she's at.
Essentially, there have been a few things that made the police suspect David. First of all is the polygraph test. Secondly, the messages with his friend. And finally, his truck that he cleaned after the disappearance.
I'm not a lawyer or charge me with something. I haven't done anything wrong. You can look at my phone records. You can check my truck.
Is it going to clear you?
Yeah.
We're doing that too, Dave. Don't forget. Our job is to clear people. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're certainly not going to wrangle into somebody in a crime.
Whatever.
What are you, a witness or a suspect?
Suspects in your eyes.
Well, you're something in our eyes. You know you're not under arrest, right?
I haven't done anything to my sister.
Do you understand you're not under arrest?
I'm a lawyer.
Okay. Well, let's get out of here then. I hope you're right, Dave. I wasn't there.
It can be seen that David constantly asks for a lawyer, but the detectives know that if he gets a lawyer at this point, the truth would be shrouded in mystery. Even though they must abide by the rules, they decide to approach him again in a friendly way, trying to make him feel that they're on his team. And soon, the investigation shifts towards uncovering new names, Scott and Natasha, two more of their friends who became part of the conversation.
What's the story about rolling her sister up or something? You said that.
Well, yeah, that was when he first started coming back around. You know, like he said he was arrested. You know, we checked that not to be true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like just weird shit. Like he started coming around like the day before Jason got out, and then talked. You know, I mean,
Jamie's already gone, right?
Yeah, Jamie's been gone, and he starts talking like he says that he'd been in contact. That she called him, which we don't think is true. You know, we're like, you know, why would she call him? I mean, it just doesn't seem. It doesn't add up. But I know Jamie was definitely afraid of him when he came in and got his cut, and he kept asking for his cut, and he kept asking for his boots.
Cut of cash or cut of
His leather, his biker. Yeah, he had his cut there. He needed his cut.
David literally admits that he believes Scott might be involved in his sister's disappearance, but he never confronted him about it. This raises a lot of suspicion. Why would David, who claims to be a caring brother, not try to uncover the full truth by directly confronting Scott?
Suspect foul play, I'd go to Scott. I don't know anything else.
Okay.
No, I told you the story about Scott.
Well,
Scott needs to be checked.
You're suspicious of Scott.
Yeah,
Is
really
there a
big
particular
time.
reason?
Because he's like admitted that he's done something to her.
Tell me that story again. Now that driving in the backseat of my car is a little difficult.
He said when Jason came home out of jail, he was with Scott. Scott picked him up. They went and did some brown together. Natasha is a girl that just got out of feds. She's in an Oxford house or something in Seattle, I guess. Somewhere in Seattle. They had picked her up too, I guess. Jason says that it was him, Natasha, and Scott in his truck. And Jason said, what the f*** is going on in my house? Does Jason come home? He's like tripping out, like, you know, what's all this stuff? You know, Jamie's missing supposedly. What's going on? Scott says, shut up, dude. You're going to get me in trouble. Don't worry about it. She's not at your house. She's been taken care of.
He says this specifically
to Jason and Natasha.
Jason told you about that.
Yes. And he brought it up again yesterday.
And what was yesterday?
Yesterday he just said, dude, I think Scott did something with your sister, man.
Jason said that.
Yeah. He goes, honestly, I don't think you've done anything, Dave. I think I think Scott's done something with your sister, though. I know you're trying to be positive and optimistic, but I'm telling you, man, I think Scott done something with your sister.
Have you spoken to Scott yourself face to face?
Not about it, no.
Now the story has become much more complicated as David brings in another person to the story. However, the authenticity of his claims are as fragile as his personality. Jason, who could have been a suspect but was behind bars, and now Scott.
Jason and Jamie were in a fight, an argument. Jason was like, I can't handle this dog, you know, she's got to go. And I'm saying, well, I get her out, you know, and Scott's saying, I think it's only right that the family member takes care of it, or I'll take care of it, you know. And just these things. If I reflect back on our conversation, doesn't mean much at the time because we're just everybody's hyped, amped up. But I think about it then, like what the hell were you talking about, dude? Like the whole time the guy was talking like, getting rid of her. And Jason says he swears to God that he has a hatred towards women.
At this moment, David is directly pointing fingers at Scott and Jason. He, in his own way, is telling the detectives that they were behind this whole act. Now, this is a moment when the detectives get confused. They've been suspecting David throughout, but a suspect pointing fingers directly at someone else by their name is rather perplexing. Because if the person David named is cleared from the case, David will automatically become the one and only prime suspect, and he will have dug his own hole.
That night, he came over that night, got $60 from me, and supposedly got arrested.
That night meaning what?
The night that Jamie was no longer around. He
8th or
disappeared.
9th?
The 9th or whatever, yeah. The day Jason went to jail. The same day Jason went to jail, he supposedly went to jail.
According to himself.
For domestic violence, yeah. Against his ex.
He was a brothel?
Redmond, I guess.
I'm sorry. Does he have a wife and a boy? I saw some pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, he has a son and his ex-wife.
Was he sleeping with Jamie at any point?
Not that we know of.
Who's been sleeping with Jamie?
Don't know.
Hate to ask the question, but I gotta ask the question.
Don't know. Supposedly she wasn't even sleeping with Jason.
Have they been dating?
Yeah, supposedly they've been dating and she hadn't been giving him an reaction or whatever. That was one of the things we fought about that day, that the cops all came. I suppose we had her tied up and because she was claiming that Jason came in, that Jason took it from her that night. She was just, I couldn't believe half the words that she was saying. So I didn't take it, all I know is that Jason was playing games and Jamie, all this brown, it all tends to brown, what I chalk it up as. These guys are they don't care about anything but themselves, and it's all just this brown, bullshit. Jason said he was going to quit work and he was going to come home, we're going to deal with this. Because I was telling my girlfriend, he's playing games, babe. I don't know who to believe. Jamie, I tend to believe my sister because in the heat of the moment, when I look her in the eye and I drill her, tell me what's going on here, James. I can trust and believe that my sister's telling me the truth. She points to him. Jason, it's all Jason. So that's and I confronted Jason, and he was going to come home and deal with it. But then Jamie flipped the whole script around. Instead of me being pissed off at Jason and was going to deal with Jason, she claims she's going to take a bunch of pills. And that's when the whole picture came out. I had her in the.
And then Jason's popped the night of the 9th, or the day of the 9th.
The interview goes on for some time, but the detectives find no confession or any new information regarding the disappearance of Jamie. So unfortunately, they have to keep their patience and focus on finding new evidence.
In the end, David, you're not passing the polygraph. The simplest polygraph we could design for a man like you in your position. One that you absolutely should pass if you. Just can you read those specific questions?
Poly, I don't care about. I don't want a lawyer. I don't want to talk about poly anymore.
Okay, let's do
I
it.
don't
You're
care
not
about that.
invested. If you want to be done, we can be
Yeah,
done.
I don't want to be done. I'll help you talk to Scott.
Okay, because we still need to team up on this. We're going to find your sister.
Right. Yeah.
I want to be enemies with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm not the guy.
But you got to know where I'm
I'm not
thinking.
the
You got to know all the thoughts in my head. You
Yeah,
got to
I'm
know
not
every
the guy.
step that I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You got to know every scenario that we're going to consider and rule in and rule out. And all, this is uncomfortable as fuck for you, I'm sure. You don't have to like us or whatever, but we're going to do it together. And the step of the polygraph was so important to us that that's why we kept wanting to do it with you. So let me end this with kind of a overall reaching statement. David, is there anything that you haven't told us yet that you think is significant in this case, that
Not
you
that
know
I can
damn well is significant,
Not that I
that you've
can-
chosen to keep to yourself?
Not that I can think of. No, except for where's Scott and where's Chris?
The interview concluded with no apparent answers, and David was set free. The detectives now had a few names in their file, and they reached out to each of them. But all of them had an alibi and cleared out. Jason told the police that David had dug a huge hole in his campus, and he was suspicious he might have buried Jamie there. So the police went back to David's house and dug down each and every hole, but unfortunately, they found nothing. The police then took David's phone, truck, and his Xbox as pieces of evidence. Later, police discovered that David's statement that Jamie was scared of Jason was false. In contradiction, it was Jamie who was scared of David. The police came to know about this when they spoke with Jason. He said that Jamie kept on telling him that she's afraid of being killed by David. Also, David's earlier roommate told the police that David was getting frustrated with Jamie. David said that she was causing too much trouble and he should just kill her. Later, an uncanny turn came about in the story when the police heard the news of a psychic named Nicole. She had been telling the police that Jamie's spirit had been paying her visits and had told her that she wants her body to be found. It probably looked like a hoax to the police, but as they had no other information, they noted down Nicole's statements. According to her, Jamie's body was hidden somewhere over a ravine near a river next to 2 trees. But unfortunately, it really did turn out to be a hoax. But in May 2018, a roadside cleaning crew discovered a suitcase lying off the shoulder of State Route 522 in Snohomish County. When they checked the suitcase, they found partially burnt and dismembered remains of a person. The remains were then checked by a forensic team, and they confirmed that it was Jamie Haggard. The case finally turned into a cold-blooded murder story. Now, the cell phone records from around the area had also come through, and when the police checked them, they finally found the damning evidence to put an end to the case.
It wasn't anything recent that just stuck out that really solved the case. It was accumulation of everything in this entire investigation, and the detective finally felt like there was enough.
David's GPS location showed that he was at the location where the suitcase was found. It even matched the timeline of when Jamie went missing. So, it was conclusive proof that everything that David had told the detectives in the interview was nothing but a bunch of lies. It was borderline impressive just how David managed to make people believe him, making him an expert liar.
I'm Greg Copeland. For 3 years, friends and family have been searching for Jamie Haggard. Today, King County detectives arrested the person they think is her killer, her half-brother.
Monique, believe it or not, detectives say the suspect started not 1 but 2 fires just so that he could cover up his own sister's murder. And it looks like he'll be in jail much longer now that he has been charged with killing her.
But no matter the extent of his lies, David was finally arrested in October 2019. He was found guilty of second-degree murder and was sentenced to 15 years in prison.
You might not think that this is fair, but it's not fair for Maddie and Dilly either. They miss their mom. They don't even remember the things I remember. It's not fair that my kids don't get to grow up with their Aunt Jamie or their Uncle Davey. It's not fair. These choices tore our whole family apart.
Now for the reason for the murder. It was speculated that just the night before the disappearance, Jamie and David got into a big fight regarding their staying arrangements. Jamie apparently wanted David to move out of the house, which enraged David, and things escalated, leading to this horrific and disturbing murder. 15 years seemed a lot less considering David killed his sister, dismembered her, burned her, put her remains in a suitcase, and threw it away. However, they lacked concrete evidence to prove that it was all done by David. Although it seems quite obvious to us that he was behind the whole act, first-hand evidence is needed in the court. So, unfortunate as it seems, David Haggard received a punishment that was much less than he actually deserved. So, what are your thoughts on this case? Was the sentence fair enough? Do you believe that David killed her over living arrangements, or was there something else? Feel free to share your opinions. We'd love to hear from you. Also, if you have any cases in mind that you want us to cover, feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments section. Subscribe to Real Crime Psychology to uncover more cases like these. Until then, stay safe.